Hi, greetings, fellow Sentai fans, and welcome to Super Sentai Spring 2025. Now, I apologize for not starting this yesterday. I was just really tired and exhausted from work and everything. So, I'm going to make it up today. I'm going to do 3 videos this afternoon, and then I'll do the other 3 after dinner, okay? So, there you go. Anyway, we're going to kick things off with the very first Sentai that got adapted into Power Rangers, and that is Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, or roughly translated, Dinosaur Squadron Zyuranger. So let's kick things off with the very first episode of Zyuranger, The Birth. In an apartment complex known as the Sakura Condominium, an old man is sweeping the ground, greeting the kids who leave for the day and telling them to study. As he does, a news report reveals that a space shuttle that had launched from Earth the previous day is now in orbit over the planet Nemesis as it approaches after an orbit of 230 million years. The shuttle is not only approaching the planet but contains 2 child astronauts, Satoru Yoshimura and Yumiko Nishida. Yumiko notes to Satoru that their approach to Nemesis as Satoru marvels the world. The shuttle enters into Nemesis orbit with ease, but on Earth, the old man races up as he overhears the landing as his ear turns into a pointed one. Upon the planet, the astronauts see nothing on the world, understanding how it's a wasteland. Suddenly, they spy a red glimmer in the far dunes, which they rush to investigate. The duo discover a large canister and investigate as the gem glows. One touches it, even as the old man yells that this is the seal and they shouldn't open it. But they do, releasing an army of creatures from within. An orc named Bookback, a vampire named Toadpad, a leprechaun named Leprechaun, and a griffin named Griffazar. Buckbeck yells for Bandora to awaken, revealing a witch who had just woken as if from a nap. Asking how long she was asleep, Toadpad and Buckbeck argue over the calculator as Leprechaun yells at them for always doing this. Toadpad calculates that Bandora was out for 170 million years, 4 hours, 3 minutes, and 20 seconds. Angry that the seal kept her out for so long, Bandora shoots the canister, scaring the astronauts while noticing they were the ones who rescued her, breathing harsh breath towards them, throwing them off the planet. Bandora turns to the sky and notices the old home of Earth, saying she has returned for her revenge after 170 million years. On Earth, the people notice a skyscraper suddenly moving through the streets, shocking them as it wrecks the ground below them and chases away the office workers. Several other buildings likewise move until they come together in alignment as the tower building flies into space to the shock of the news reporters until it comes down with the massive castle on top of the skyscraper, the Bandora Palace. The news reporter continues to report, stating the structure looks like Gaudi's Sagrada Familia in Barcelona until Bandora and Griffazor emerge, the witch laughing manically and declaring to humanity that she is the most powerful witch of all time, and thus will turn the earth into a desolate wasteland, a stupid rock. Bandora declares humanity as stupid in believing in love, and they should hate and kill each other to their own destruction before firing her wand at buildings destroying it. Spying the old man from the Sakura condominium, Bandora greets him after a long time as the white wizard Barza, forcing him to transform into his true sage form and attempt to attack her. But Bandora reminds Barza that she defeated him and stole his spells, fire using hose and wrapping around the sage and turning into a snake. Barza breaks it and Bandora compliments him for still keeping some magic, as the sage states that Earth is filled with love and hope and that this isn't a world for her. However, Bandora mocks him, stating that she still has the 2 children in the space shuttle as the kids yell out while Totopak and Bookback set them under a trap to be smashed by a weighted ball. Buckbeak is instructed to move a magnifier in front of a rope to let it burn to smash the kids with the ball, as Bandora declares she hates children to Barza. She declares that in an hour the rope will snap and the children will be squashed, while challenging Barza to come and stop her in disappearing. Angered by Bandora's challenge, Barza enters into an elevator at his complex and marks he has secret weapons to use as well. Pressing several buttons in the elevator, he heads downwards until he hits 100 floors beneath the surface, revealing a huge ancient temple with statues to the great guardian dinosaurs. Barza declares the statues that it's time to awaken the ancient warriors and that justice will defeat evil and restore peace to Earth. Entering into another chamber, he searches for a key and opens the chamber for each warrior who had been resting in steel slabs before reawakening and appearing in the real world. the black knight of the Sharma tribe, Goshi, the yellow knight of the Dime tribe, Boy, the pink princess of the Lithia tribe, May, and the blue knight of the Atofi tribe, Dan. Barca heads to awaken the final red member, but the key breaks, forcing others to worry about needing to do something for their last member. Goshi and White charge to open the door while Barca worries about saving the two children, telling the Zyuranger to save them while he handles the final warrior. Meanwhile, Yumiko cries as the weight draws closer to children, and as Satoru tries to calm her, and Medora mocks them to cry, saying she loves listening to their cries. Bobek informs the witch that weirdos are approaching, which Medora identifies as knights of the five tribes as they charge towards the castle. Medora notes they were sleeping, waiting for her return. The knights approach Bandora Castle, charging in, but appear by the ocean without warning. Small great creatures pop out of the ground. The creatures seen to playwrights are identified as mud dolls before slamming the rangers. Bandora appears as a picture from the ocean and zaps the four knights before firing an electric attack and casting them away as Barca continues to try and reopen the last knight's tomb. The knights end up in Seascape, locked in a cage as they yell for their escape while Toadbat and Bookback torment them and light fire to cook them. Goshi tells May to shoot an arrow out of the cage, which seems to miss as the rope holding the weight burns, making the children more scared. Toadbat spins the cage to cook the rangers as time nearly runs out, and Barca continues to fret. However, without warning, beams emerge from the guardian beast's eyes and hit the Tyrannosaurus door, opening it as the knight immediately leaps out and frees his partners from the cage of Pandora's castle. Toadbat asks his name, and he introduces himself as Geki, prince of the Yamato tribe. As Geki frees him, Grubber swoops down to attack, throwing them aside as the five knights take on the golems in the room. Grubber attacks Geki as Barca yells at the five to come outside to transform in the metals he has for them, throwing them towards the castle as they catch them and fall down towards the ground, combining them with the dino bucklers and transforming into the Zyuranger. Geki the Tyranno Ranger, Goshi the Mammoth Ranger, Dan the Tricera Ranger, Boy the Tiger Ranger, and May the Terror Ranger. Once transformed, Grubber and the golems attack once again, the team fighting them even as they continue to reform with their defeats. In the castle, Satoru and Yumiko continue to cower at their pending doom. Outside, Grubber continues to attack Geki. Using his Ranger Sword, Geki slashes the griffin while instructing Dan and May to save the children. As the ball continues to fall, Dan throws May into the air as the ball falls, allowing her to grab the shuttle and save the children. But without warning, a giant hand bursts through the castle, throwing the two Zyuranger off and grabbing the shuttle. Dan and May yell at her to return the shuttle as a giant, known as Dora Titan, stares down at them. Geki wonders what the creature is as Dora Titan attacks the Zyuranger before vanishing, making the Rangers worried. Dun dun dun. So anyway, let's take a look at some notes surrounding this episode. This was the first Sentai episode to be adapted into a Power Rangers series. The cockpit of the shuttle was the same one as Jet Icarus. It was subsequently repurposed into Daijujin's cockpit starting in episode 6. Geki, the Tyranno Ranger, was not the first ranger to be introduced. Instead, Goshi appears first. So overall, I really do like this episode, and it definitely sets up the Rangers, the villain, and of course their wise mentor Barca. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good episode. So overall, I give The Birth, I'll give it 5 Megazords out of 5. When we tune up as we take the next episode, The Revival. So, until then, may the power protect you.